అన్నాడు లక్ష్మణుడు. ఇందులోనే ఏమన్నాడంటే, ఒక ఇలాంటి వ్యాలీయే అక్కడ కూర్చుని రాముడు ఏడుస్తున్నట్ట. ఏడుస్తూ ఉంటే లక్ష్మణుడు మంచినీళ్ళు తేవటానికి వెడితే సీత జ్ఞాపకం వచ్చి ఒక మాట ఆ మెరుపు మెరిసేటప్పటికి పెద్దగా సీత అని కేకేసేట. కేకేస్తే అది ఒక లోయ కదా, ఆ లోయలో అన్ని పక్కల ప్రతిధ్వనించి ప్రతి గుహలోంచి సీత 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 అని చెప్పి కేకలు వినిపించినాయట. వినిపిస్తే ఆ కొండ గుహలో ఉన్న రాళ్ళు ఏడ్చినాయి రాముడితో అన్నాడు లక్ష్మణస్వామి. అభిగ్రవా రోదితి. ఆ రాళ్లలో ఉన్న లోపల ఉన్న ఎక్కడన్నా గనులలో వజ్రాలు ఉంటే పట్టుకొని బద్దలైనాయి, ఆ దుఃఖాన్ని తట్టుకోలేక అలా ఏడ్చారు అన్నగారు అన్నాడు. సో వెన్ Rama was highly sorrowful and despondent when they were crossing the South Indian forests and valleys and mountains, once Rama was sitting dizzy and tired in a place, despondent, and wanted some water. Lakshmana went to a place. Rama was alone and he saw a lightning on a mountain. There was a cloud on a mountain, and immediately he remembered the smile of Sita, and then he cried out Sita, and it was a valley, so there were many caves in the many mountains, and his cry was echoed many times, Sita Sita, like that. So Lakshmana says, all these mountains and all these stones wept with my brother when he wept for his wife. That was the degree of sorrow Rama experienced when Sita was stolen. So in the meanwhile many things happened. A fellow came to him and asked, who are you? What are you searching for? And I am the minister of a king of a monkey kingdom. So the king who was having this minister, his wife was stolen by his brother. That was the monkey kingdom. His kingdom was stolen by his brother, his wife was stolen by his brother, and his brother was attempting to kill him. That's the situation. So there are brothers like that, and there are brothers like the world teacher and his brothers who could not live without each other. So human life is, it can be very noble and very mean also. It is possible that a brother can follow another brother going to the forest. It is also possible that a brother try to kill his brother and steal away, take away his wife and his kingdom also. Steep is the nature of humans, like this. That is shown there. And he said, the king was acquainted to Rama, and the king said, can you help me? I will help you. Yes, Rama said. Can you kill my brother? Rama said, yes. Is it good? And Rama killed the fellow, his brother. His brother was a very great hero, valorous and all that. Before dying he said, you are an unjust fellow and you are also a fool, having no brains, he said, because you don't know me but yet you are cruel to kill me. The second thing, had you approached me instead of approaching the timid fellow, my brother, who is inefficient, I would have brought the fellow who took away your wife and asked him to present to her and go away. He was in my hands. So in that sense you are a fool, he said. Then Rama said, you can keep quiet. I have my own way of doing things. My wife is stolen and I am going to kill the fellow who has taken my wife because it is not lawful. And your brother took a refuge in me, so I have to do the same thing for him also. Whatever is law to me, it is law to the fellow who comes to me for protection. లా అంటే నాకు ఒకటి ఇంకోటి ఒకటి ఉండదు. నా భార్యను ఎత్తుకుపోయినటువంటి వాడిని ఏం చేయబోతున్నానో, నా శరణాగతి వచ్చినటువంటి వాడి భార్యను ఎత్తుకుపోయిన వాడిని అదే చేశాను అన్నాడు. And our ruler is our brother Bharata. That is his brother Bharata. And we have to uphold his law. We are lawful and legal. We are never unlawful or illegal. And the second thing you say, that you are very powerful and that I would have approached you instead of approaching your brother. It is rather political than it is legal. So, if we approach a scoundrel and a criminal to get something done, tomorrow what is our fate in his hands? నేను నీకు చేయించి పెట్టి ఉండేవాడి అంటే నీ చేత పని చేయించుకుంటే రేపటి నుంచి నా బతికేటి నువ్వు చెప్పిందల్లా చేయాల్సిందే కదా. సో ఐ హ్యావ్ మై ఓన్ డ్యూటీ టు సర్చ్ ఫర్ మై వైఫ్ అండ్ కిల్ ది ఫెలో అండ్ గెట్ మై వైఫ్. Therefore, keep quiet, you are dying within a few minutes. So before his death, this conversation took place. And then he could understand that this is not an ordinary man. His wild teacher came in the body of a human fellow. Because this behavior made him understand that he is not an ordinary man. And then, అప్పుడు రాముడు అడిగాడు, ఏమిటి ఇంకేమన్నా చెప్పవలసింది ఉందా అని అడిగితే కళ్ళంబడి కొద్దిగా నీళ్ళు వచ్చినాయి వాడికి. వాళ్ళకి వస్తే నాకు తెలుసును, నీ కొడుకు చిన్నవాడు, నీ తమ్ముడు నీకంటే దొంగముండా కొడుకు. మరి నువ్వు చచ్చిపోయిన తర్వాత ఈ రాజ్యాన్ని నీ తమ్ముడు ఏం చేస్తాడంటే, నువ్వు నీ తమ్ముడిని ఏం చేసావో అంతే చేస్తారు కదా, మీ జాతి ఏమిటో తెలుస్తూనే ఉంది కదా అన్నాడు. అయితే నాది బాధ్యత, నిన్ను చంపినందుకు నీ తమ్ముడికి రాజ్యం వచ్చేట్టు, నీ కొడుక్కి రాజ్యం వచ్చేట్టు, నీ తమ్ముడు వాడికి క్షౌరం చేయకుండా ఉండేట్టు నేను చూసుకునేది బాధ్యత. అంచేత ఆ కళ నీళ్ళు అక్కర్లేదు నీకు అన్నాడు. వాడు హ్యాపీగా చచ్చిపోయాడు. సో Rama asked in the last moments of Vali, that monkey, do you want to say something more? Before dying, Rama saw tears in his eyes. And he had a little son. Rama said, I know, your brother is the brother of a rogue. You are a rogue and your brother is the brother of a rogue. So he plays same roguery to your son also. So I am here to protect your son and see that he is a king after you. Then he was happy. So Rama, in his great sorrow, he had to do all these things. He was weeping for his wife, but he could not retire so that he may weep and weep. Bolt his door and say, I am not present. ఇది అస్మదాదులకి దుఃఖం వస్తే ఉన్నటువంటి దానికి కృష్ణమాచార్యులు, వెంకటప్పయ్య, సుబ్బారావు, చౌదరి, నాయుడు, రెడ్డి వీళ్ళకి వస్తే వచ్చినటువంటి దానికి రాముడికి వచ్చిన దానికి ఏమిటి తేడా అంటే ఇది తేడా. నేను అసలే దుఃఖంలో ఉంటే వీళ్ళంతా ఏమిటి పొమ్మను అనే పాయింట్ ఏం లేదు. ఇప్పుడు దుఃఖంలో ఉంటే ఎవరికి 1,00,000 మంది ఉన్నారు ప్రపంచంలో, ఇప్పుడు పెద్ద లెక్క ఏమిటి అదే. సో Rama was never absent from others. He never withdrew himself. Another thing, when Rama was deeply in sorrow, there was a very, very, very old lady among the hill tribes who wanted to see him for a very long time. To see him and then die. She was waiting. Shabari. రాముడు వచ్చిందాకా వేచి, ముందు రోజు గురువు గారు నేను వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాను అన్నాడు, శరీరం వదిలిపెట్టి. ఆవిడ గురువు గారు, అదేమిటయ్యా అన్యాయంగా నేను వాడిని చూసేస్తానంటే, నీకు ఆ కోరిక ఇంకా మిగిలింది కానీ నువ్వు ఉండు, వెనక్కి తర్వాత రమ్మన్నాడు. సరే ఆవిడేం చేసింది, షీ వాజ్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ Rama and Rama had to give his presence to her and appear to her before her. She brought fruits for Rama to eat. She She wanted that only sweet fruits are given to Rama. How? She was biting every fruit and tasting and then putting it in her basket. All such fruits, only sweet things, she brought for Rama. And Rama accepted it and stayed there for a very long time, many hours, until she got satisfied. And he ate the fruits. And then she went away. So this was the type of life Rama led throughout his life. Of course, he killed Ravana. There is much story about it. And Krishna, same thing. పుట్టాడు, పుట్టంగానే ఎక్కడికి తీసుకెళ్ళిపోయినారు. Immediately when he was born, he was taken away to some other place because it was feared that he would be killed immediately. అక్కడ పెరిగాడు. He was brought up very well. From the very beginning, there were attempts to kill him. From after a few days after his birth, attempts to kill him. And he was a leader of the cowherds. All the cowherds, ladies, males and boys, they lived for him and he lived for them. They never lived for themselves. అది వచ్చింది. అక్కడ గోపకులు, గోపికలు, గోపబాలకులు వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా కృష్ణుడు కోసం జీవించారు, కానీ తమ కోసం జీవించినటువంటి రోజు ఒక్కటి కానీ క్షణం ఒక్కటి కానీ లేదు. మనం భాగవతం చదివితే తెలిసేది. పెద్దవాడైనాడు కృష్ణుడు. అక్కడి నుంచి పట్టుకొచ్చేసారు. He was grown up and in his 13th year he was brought away again from those parents to this city, to his own parents. తర్వాత many people depended upon him, his own clan, many families called Yadavas or Yadus. And he had to protect all the Yadavas in a big city. And there was an attempt to destroy the whole city by a valorous king of the time called Jarasandha. And Krishna had to immediately construct a city in the sea, a dike into the sea. And he got it constructed with great speed. It is Dwaraka, and transported all the fellows there and protected them. వాళ్ళందరినీ కూడా ద్వారకకి తీసుకొచ్చి రక్షించాడు. But no one of these fellows lived for Krishna. Whereas the cowherd fellows, they never lived for themselves. They lived only for Krishna. పిల్లలు ఎవరు కూడా కృష్ణుడి కోసం జీవించిన వాడు, యాదవుల్లో మెడకాయ మీద తలకాయ ఉన్నవాడు ఒక్కడు లేడు. మా కృష్ణుడు బావగారు అవుతాడనో, అన్నదమ్ములు అవుతారనో, వెలు విడిచిన మేనమావ కొడుకు అవుతాడనో చెప్పుకుని బతికినటువంటి వాళ్లే కానీ అందరూ everyone wanted to get benefited by the relationship or vicinity or the help or the word or the name of Krishna. Everyone was power thirsty and lusty, and everyone wanted that Krishna's presence was benefited. So they thought Krishna a big servant to them who catered their wants or needs. That's it. So they are Yadavas. So one side cowherds, other side Yadavas. That's why Narada, while defining what is called bhakti or total surrender, he says, Yatha Vrajagopikanam. The same attitude which was shown by the cowherd ladies towards this boy. So, he lived like that. He was invited by Kunti after she became a widow. And she said, here are my 5 sons. My husband, when he was dying, he said that you are there for them. That's all. అంతే. ఈ 5గురిని నువ్వు ఉన్నావని చెప్పి అప్పచెప్పి చచ్చిపోయినాడు ఆయన చెప్పింది. కృష్ణ said, yes, I am here for your sons. ఆ దెబ్బ ఎక్కడ దాకా కొట్టింది? He had to protect them until the end of Mahabharata war. It was the 90th year of Krishna. Krishna was 90 years old when the Mahabharata war took place. So he had to take care of all these 5 fellows, having many difficulties continuously. And he was asked to arbitrate for peace. So he arbitrated for peace. There was no use and war was inevitable. And he argued neither for war nor for peace. He just arbitrated. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి నాకు శాంతిగా రాజ్యం వచ్చేట్టు చూడమని ధర్మరాజు చెప్పాడు. చూశాడు, రాలేదు, పని చేద్దాం అన్నాడు, అయిపోయింది. యుద్ధం వచ్చింది. యుద్ధం వస్తే నువ్వు నా రథంలో కూర్చోమన్నాడు అర్జునుడు. Just Arjuna wanted him to sit as a driver of the chariot on his chariot. So Krishna never wanted to fight. And there was no proposal from Krishna. His policy as world teacher was not understood by many. He has no motive, he has no action started from himself. But there was one fellow, old fellow, a great hero, a grandfather of these 5 people called Bhishma. He said, I will make Krishna bear the weapon for me once. I will make him break his policy. That is the test of a real devotee, he said. I will make Krishna break his policy once in his life before I leave my life. So he was fighting and hurting Arjuna, fighting horribly. It was a doubtful war sometimes. Krishna said, Arjuna, it is doubtful. Am I to fight for you? Arjuna said, no. And then Bhishma used to hit Krishna also. It was dangerous. And after some time Krishna became furious. He got down suddenly and took his mystic wheel and ran to kill Bhishma. Then Bhishma said, enough, that's okay. Everything is finished. The war, Krishna said. Bhishma said, I am not bothered of the war. I made you break your policy. So here is the incident where a devotee could succeed against God. That's what he said. So that was Krishna's life. And in the end, Yadavas fought among themselves and killed each other completely, total destruction. Krishna was looking at them. In the Mahabharata war also, Krishna just witnessed. He neither liked nor disliked the whole scene. The mother of the 100 sons, that is the wife of the blind, Dhritarashtra, she came to Krishna and said, you are the cause of the death of my 100 sons. She said, that is awful. He was never the cause, but she said, you are the cause. You would have stopped it, and you have the capacity to stop it. You never stopped it. So all your people, your relatives, your Yadus, Yadavas, etc., they all die like this before your eyes, she said. And it so happened 30 years after. 30 ఏళ్ళు అయిన తర్వాత సరిగ్గా అలాగే చూస్తూ ఉండగా యాదవులంతా వెళ్ళిపోయింది. And Krishna was alone and single in the last. And he was, when he was a child among Gopas and Gopis, cowherd ladies. ఆ గోప గోపికల మధ్య ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎలా ఉన్నాడో ఆ చెట్ట చివరి క్షణంలో ఒంటరిగా ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా అలాగే ఉన్నాడు. So there were feelings in him, but there were no sufferings in him. There was heart in him, there was no pain in him. There was love in him, there was no excitement for any love in him. And he never started any game in life. He was called by many and he played the game. Life was a game. Everybody is reading. So these are the, in short, the two avatars of the Lord, the world teacher. In each avatar, he manifests a definite purpose and a different mode of expression of life. So, Rama is the ideal human being. Krishna is the ideal divine master. So, two different expressions of the same Lord. Here, in this story, Rama's story, the greatest thing we have to gather is the behavior of an individual as a human being to the situation, so that one remains virtuous throughout life and dies virtuous, irrespective of pleasure or pain. కనుక ధర్మము అనేటువంటి మార్గంలో ప్రవర్తిస్తూ వెళ్ళి ఉన్న పరిస్థితికి ఏ విధముగా ప్రవర్తించవలెను, how am I expected to behave according to this situation, lawfully and legally. Law not only according to the court of law or penal code, but according to the creation. What is the law of creation? Preservation of life species. That's why life exists on this earth millions and millions of years, from millions and millions of years. Everyone wants to live, irrespective of all the difficulties. So, the law of life is preservation, love, happiness and mercy. So, uphold the cause of these things. Okay? Add to help these things. Protect. Protection is part of law. Preservation is part of law. Compassion is part of law. Giving what you have and even more is part of law. These are the things. ఇది వాడిచ్చినటువంటిది. As Rama, what is the duty of a son towards a father? Suppose Rama would have said, I don't accept this. Why this old fellow of my father is so much glamored of his young wife and behave like this, like a donkey. Simply one word is enough. ఈ ముస్లిం ఉండ కొడుకు ఈ వయసులో ఈ కైకి ఎందుకంటే వీడికి తన్నేవాళ్ళు లేక అని అన్నాడు అనుకోండి, ఎంత చెప్పండి సమాధానం ఉందా ఎవరి దగ్గరనా? లేదు. కానీ అనలేదా, రాముడు వెళ్ళిపోయాడు. అలాగే సత్యవాక్ పరిపాలనాశీలుడు. He upheld the law of truthfulness of thought, word and deed. సత్యం అంటే ట్రూత్ స్పీకింగ్ కాదు, ట్రూత్ఫుల్నెస్ ఆఫ్ థాట్, వర్డ్ అండ్ డీడ్. పుట్టి ట్రూత్ స్పీకింగ్ అయితే మన టేప్ రికార్డర్ క్యాసెట్ కన్నా సత్యవాది ఎవరు ఉండరు. If Satyam, truthfulness, is only truth speaking, there cannot be a better truth speaker than the cassette in the tape recorder. If we cough, it also coughs. A true representation. It is not only truth speaking, but it is truthfulness. Satyavad ante. Yes, Satyam ante tape Satyam. Kadu. So Rama was for it. Truthfulness in thought, word and deed. And another thing, a real life companion of Sita, Sita a real life companion of Rama. Very, very, very rare and difficult to find one's own life companion, and to wait until one finds life companion. In the meanwhile, there will be many a slip between the cup and the lip. He did not see her and have an interview with her before he married. Because at least 50% of those fellows who saw the girl and who saw the boy and interviewed and tested and tried before they married, 50% are unhappy. Always. So, there is something else which decides. And Rama was married by accident, not by love. And the love that was there between Rama and Sita, if anyone can experience it, that's enough. They are Rama and Sita. It is unparalleled. That is how they lived. If we read Ramayana, we will understand that we have not seen such a couple till now. Or if we see, we are very happy. If we see congenial couple, we say they are like Rama and Sita. So, that type of companionship in life, against all difficulties and all odds, he had no desires, but he tolerated fellows who have desires. తప్పు కోరికలు చెప్పుకోవాలి, విధవేషాలు వేయకూడదు అనలేదు. When Sita desired that he should bring the deer, he said yes. Because if she has desires, he says, I wait for you until you have no desires. That is what is called Jagat Guru or world teacher. So we should try to imitate him at least to the 1000th or 10,000th of it. We should learn to wait until the other fellow knows, understands. If the other fellow misbehaves, we should wait until he knows. This one single aspect is shown amply in the avatar of whom we call Jesus the Christ. To wait until the criminal knows himself. Okay. So this is called coming down to the cross to lay the law. ఒక్కొక్క అవతారంలో ఒక్కొక్క లక్షణం. No question of Christianity or Hinduism, all those dirty things are side apart. They are only for man in the street. Because we want Christ, not Christian. We want Rama, not a Hindu. That's why Blavatsky says, Christianity more speaks of itself than of Christ. So, this is about Rama and Krishna, and there are glorious books written about their biographies. Rama's life is given in Ramayana. A human being, when he knows human values and how to enjoy life, can never afford to miss reading at least parts of Valmiki's Ramayana. జీవితంలో సుఖం అంటే ఏమిటో కొద్ది గొప్ప తెలిసినవాడు, సంతోషము ఆనందము అంటే తెలిసినవాడు, జీవితాన్ని సంతోషించడానికి కావలసినటువంటి కలేజాను తాహతూ ఉన్నటువంటి వాడు వాల్మీకి రామాయణంలో కొంత భాగమైన చదువుకుని ఆనందించకుండా చనిపోవటం అనేది నరజన్మం ఎత్తి చేయడం. అచ్చమైన అమృతం అమరులు కురలినారోయ్ దానికి నసూయపడను అన్నాడు విశ్వనాథ సత్యనారాయణ గారు రామాయణం ముందు. అమృతం తాగి వాళ్ళతో సంతోషపడ్డారట, ఏడిచారులే అన్నాడు. మనకు రామాయణం ఉంది అన్నాడు. ట్రూత్ అది నిజంగా. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ సచ్ ఏ టేస్ట్, సచ్ ఎన్ ఎంజాయ్మెంట్.